I'm the worst football manager ever, and welcome to the... I'm the worst football manager ever, and it's still there. I'm the worst football manager ever, and I never do clothes washing, because if you saw that I did, then you'd realise that I'm not professional and I'm not a normal person.
1, 2, and we're off.
Play me, play me, play me. Play me like my tongue is grinding.
That's right, welcome to Corby Carnage Part 9, and we are about to head into our second season in charge of Corby Carnage. Not of Corby Carnage, they're not. The name of the team isn't Corby Carnage. That'd be quite a good name, actually, for a club, wouldn't it? Corby Carnage. Corby Town FC are who I'm managing, and we're heading into our second season. But before we get into the first game of the season against Matlock today, let me tell you a little bit about some of the transfers that have been going on and what's happened in the pre-season build-up. On the left column, we've got all the players who came in, and we've got the right, we've got all the players who went out. So let's say our goodbyes first, shall we? Firstly, we wave goodbye to our friend Dan Fox, the left back. He did play a few games for me, but he basically has been offered a key player position at Bootle Football Club. They must make these up. They cannot be real, surely. Another player who we got rid of was Tim Gwynn. Now, I don't suppose you remember this guy, but he featured quite a lot at the beginning of my first season in centre-back and kind of right-back as well a little bit. He kind of then retrained really as a defensive midfielder and sort of central midfielder. But he had a clause in his contract that said basically once he had played about 30 games, we would then owe Westfields, who we bought him off, we would owe them about $3,000. Now, Corby Town have no money, so I got to 29 appearances, as you can see here. Then I just stopped playing him completely, and then we offloaded him as soon as his contract finished for the year. I know, I'm a terrible person, and I'm such a tight-fisted person when it comes to finances and all that. Tight-fisted when I punch people around the face as well. Oh, punching them in the face. So anyway, we got rid of Tim Gwynn, and see you later, mate. He's now free agent. Unemployed. Okay, and then the last out we had was Reece Dovey, the goalkeeper, who did play a little bit for me in the transition between Jeff Grant leaving and then our new Martin Phillips keeper coming in. He played a few games there, 17-year-old, not a bad keeper, but to be honest, I think he'd get a bit more games playing for Dover in the Vanarama National. Only just realised that. Oh my word, how did he land that? If he plays for Dover, I'm going to be so annoyed that I got rid of him. Oh look, he's down as a sub one. At least he's not a starting keeper for them. I'd kick myself if that happens. Okay, and then on to the ins. So because Reece Dovey went, I felt we needed to kind of beef up our goalkeepers a little bit. So we got this fella here, Jamie Fell, 21 years old, got him from, I can't remember now, Greenwich. Probably going to be a backup keeper, but he's not actually that much worse than Martin Phillips, our number one keeper. But I think Martin has just got a little bit more experience in first team football, and we'll see how it goes this season. Jamie Fell played a few pre-season games, wasn't that amazing, but he'll definitely be on the bench as my backup keeper. Secondly, here we will see a lot of this guy, Giles Ng. I think that's how you say his name. Got Giles Ng. Giles Ng. Anyway, he is from Trinidad and Tobago and Gambia. Nice little striker, actually. If you look at his finishing, he's got a finishing of 11. And basically, I just want a clinical striker who will get onto the ball and score goals. He's predominantly a poacher or a target man. I'll probably mainly play him as a poacher. Scored a couple of goals in pre-season, which wasn't bad. He's got reasonably good physicals here, so I'm hoping he'll show up for me and play all right. The thing that worries me actually worries me a lot is the fact that his work rate is a 6. Ow. The next one I want to show you is this guy, Max Stedman, who is from Stafford, a central defender who isn't bad, has played a couple of just one pre-season game here, you can see. I think he'll be a bit of a backup defender for me. And lastly, we've just got a kind of a second-rate backup midfielder in the name of Tom Barry. Picked him up on free as well, obviously, because I've got no money. I've got no money, guys. But he is from Long Eaton, played pretty much a full season for Long Eaton, so you never know. He might get a game for me. We'll see how that goes. But lastly, I want to let you know about one guy here, James Warren, who has come in, who is now my assistant manager / player. To be honest, I didn't really want him as a player, but I had to get a new assistant manager because Donald Gallagher, my old assistant manager, just left for no real reason. He just sort of ended his contract, didn't want to renew it, and that was it. This guy doesn't seem bad though. If I bring up his staff attributes, I'll tell you why I got it. Man management is high, working with youngsters is quite high, and actually his judging player ability and a potential is also reasonably high for this sort of level. We'll see how he goes. I think he is quite keen to be a player still, but I'm not going to actually play him. He's not going to start ever really for me, but I needed a decent assistant manager. He's got the stats, so we'll see. And just quickly on that with the staff, you can see here I'm doing all right actually. I've got the best in the league for pretty much all the coaching areas except defending and technical. But my scouts are looking good, my medical team's looking good. I think I've got a pretty solid base when it comes to staff to push me into the playoffs this season. I'm so excited to start a new one. So excited. In fact, I forgot to do my hair before starting the camera. How vain I am. Okay, onwards to the game today. We play Matlock at home. Matlock are predicted to be about mid-table. So are we, in honesty. I think our prediction is about 12th this season. And we are going with a standard 4-4-2 formation. That's what we're starting with at this season. And we're going to see how it goes. Starting lineup looks a bit like this. Martin Phillips in goal. We've got Kevin Kennedy on the right back and Derek Carter on the left back. Got a couple of good left backs now. Carter and a guy called Clayton. We've got, in the centre backs, we've got Ryan Williams and Max Stedman. Ooh, on his debut. Central midfields, we've got Aaron Milnes, who's still my captain. We've got Gregor Love, central midfielder as well. And then on the right and left, we've got Oddface and Nathaniel Orenuga. And then up front, we have Silent J, fans player of the season last year. Top goal scorer, top assistman, and everything else you can dream of in a good footballer. And we've got Giles Ng. I've got to think of a name for him. If you've got a decent name for him, put him below, and we'll see how we go there. I can't go around going Giles Ng all the time. All right, I can't continue in that. Okay, and we're going into control. We're having quite flexible in terms of our instructions. I think we're closing down a little bit more, and that's about it, really. Let's see how we do. Come on, boys. I'm really up for this today. Here we go. This is it, my friends. New season, new start. This is the season that I'm going to get them promoted into the Vanarama North. Or is it Vanarama South? Where is Corby? I think Corby's North. I can't remember. And it's a corner to Matlock after 30 seconds. Brilliant. Okay, the corner was headed out, but Jones has picked up the loose ball. Back to Green. Spread wide to Yates. Can they get the cross? Hopefully not. And it was blocked by number 6, who was Aaron Milnes, Captain Milnesy. Blocks it off a corner. Here's the corner from Yates, and it's played in, but it was headed off again for another corner. Oh, crikey. This is not a good start. We're less than 2 minutes in, and they've had 3 corners, and it's not looking great. They're on the attack again, and Green has another shot, and it seems to... Is that another corner? It's another corner. 4th corner of the season after 2 minutes. Come on, get it clear, boys. Okay, yes, as I said, my hope is to get them into the playoffs today, and if I can sneak into a promotion place, that would be incredible. If I don't, then I'll be a bit worried. The board, however, have basically said that as long as I avoid relegation, that's the aim, which I'm way above that. I'm really sure of that. Here's Matlock having a bit of an attack here. McMahon back to Jones. 12 minutes in and they've had a lot of attacks so far. This is not good. Here's Unji. Long ball forward though. Unji's picked it up. On his debut, 12 minutes in. Unji! Come on, lads. Oh my word. Oh my goodness. We are 1-0 up after 12 minutes. Our first attack of the season, despite them being all over us in that first 12 minutes. And we've gone ahead. We're that good. We're that amazing. Come on, Corb. Up the Corb. Good grief. That's a great start for him, isn't it? Isn't it a great start for him? You've got to admit that was a good start from me. For them. For Corb. It's like corn on the Corb. Yeah. It was like a totally pointless pun that had no relation to anything. Here's Milnes. Aaron Milnes, edge of the box. Oh, has a shot, went wide. But it had nice power on it. Lad. Well done. McMahon for Matlock. They will be pretty gutted about this, actually. They've had far more possession than we've had. They have had, look, all these shots and shots on target. To be honest, their passing is high percentage. It's mainly their tackles that have been letting them down. Oh, my goodness. Oh! Don't know what Martin Phillips was doing there in goal, but he totally missed it, and who knows what was happening. Who knows? Okay, here's Gregor Love to Milnes. Love and Milnes, power duo in the centre midfield there. Unji. Gregor Love picks it up again. Come on. Back to Milnes, forward to Unji. Can he play it forward for Silent J? No, he can't. Here's Love. Milnes playing around with it here. Just wait, being patient. That's what they're doing. That was I don't know what that was. I think that was a pass from them. That definitely wasn't a pass from me. But Unji on the edge of the box. Can he make it 2? Oh, Jameson tucks it wide. And meanwhile, we've got a corner, and it is Carter. Come on, Carter. He crosses it. Oh, come on, lads. We haven't been good the last season. We were no good with set pieces. I think I might do some training on set pieces, attacking set pieces particularly. I don't think we've ever scored a goal from a free kick or a corner, really. Never. I don't remember. Oh! Meanwhile, McMahon tucks one away. 39th minute for Matlock. They bring it back to even. To be fair, they totally deserve at least one goal to this half. So it looks like we're going to head into half-time at this. See, our second half of the first half, if that makes sense, did much better. If you catch a glimpse of these little match stats here, look, that's not so bad, actually. It looks a bit more even than it did earlier on. But anyway, it's now that time of the episode where we have a little bit of a show, and it's half-time. So today on the Halftime Show, I think I have the best idea I've ever had as a football manager YouTube creator. I thought we'd discuss these things. Drones. Quadcopter, flashy light, oh, this thing on a camera, these things. What is it about them? They're just so addictive. What I love about them too is that they can record stuff. I could try and record myself playing FM with a drone. They're a bit hard to fly. If you think it's a good idea, let me know somewhere on Twitter or on a comment or something like that. Drone football manager, new thing. I'm an entrepreneur, what can I say? Welcome back to the second half now. We are 1-1 with Matlock. I had a bit of a go at them at half time. We didn't make any changes except for the fact I've stopped working the ball into the box. I think they were not getting enough shots really on target or enough shots in general. So maybe they might take a few more long shots. Meanwhile, Matlock had a bit of a free kick there, but nothing came of it. Whilst we're at this early stage in the season, I'd love to hear your predictions on how you think I'm going to do this season. So what I want you to do is in the comments below, I want you to write what position in the league do you think I'm going to be at the end of this league. I can see that some of you are going to have very high thoughts. Obviously, you just got to watch this for 5 minutes to know that I'm going to do well. But then some of you may feel less optimistic. Some of you are probably going to think you won't even make it with Corby to the end of the season. But anyway, what's your prediction below? Leave it below. Just the number. That's all you need to put. Just literally a number. Oh, here's Silent J. Little dink. A little dink. Corby Town, Evo stick. I needed a little dink. That's the level we're playing at now, boys, alright? That's where we're at. Okay, we are 60 minutes into this game. I've just made my first substitution, taking Derek Carter off, putting Jimmy Clayton on. Carter just wasn't having the best of games, really. And yeah, we'll see how we do. Now, it seems pretty same as it was last time. Here's Unji. Oh, and Unji has scored again with 3-1 up. With 2 goals ahead now. This is amazing. 3 goals in the first game of the season. This is excellent stuff. Look, there's Silent J with the pull through to Unji here. This is working out a treat with him being a poacher. Oh, he had about 2 touches of the ball there and he tucks it away. What a beauty. What a partnership. Silent J and Unji. Silent J and Silent Un. We are 3-1 up. I feel like I should do something now. I feel like... Can you tell me what I should do now? I know it'll be too late now, but what should I do? Okay, we're just beginning to ease off a little bit now. We're going into a counter-attacking mentality, and we'll see how that works out for us. 81, 82, 83 minutes gone. We are going to go into defensive and waste time now just to hold on to this. I might make a substitution in a second, couple of subs, and I think we'll be all right. I feel like this has been a good solid start to the season. We've got a lot of 7s here, good performances here. The duo up front, both on 8s. And we're into the 90th minute, and they had a free kick on the edge of the area, piddling around with it, but they've lost it, which is good. Come on, boys. Come on. Silent J, can he... No, he didn't get that one. But we're getting to injury time. This has got to be it now. Milnes. We've done it. What a start to the season. 3-1. And this is incredible. Passionately, well done, lads. Great win for us. Everyone's happy. We're all happy. I'm going to go out to dinner to celebrate. I actually am going out for dinner, not to celebrate. Well, I am to celebrate, but not what you think to celebrate. Not this game. I'm not going out for a whole dinner based on one match of Football Manager. Well, that would be a good idea. But that's it. That finishes our first episode of the season here with Corby Town FC, and I'm very pleased, and I hope you are too. Thank you for joining me today. If you are on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter at WorstFManager, and we can chat a little bit more. If you enjoyed this content, hit the little like button underneath this video. If you want to stick around for more, hit the subscribe button. Occasionally, I go on Twitch and stream playing Football Manager live. And so that's on Twitch at Worst Football Manager Ever. Now, just before we leave, let me show you on top of the league. Boom. This has happened. Take a screenshot of that, tweet it out, hashtag win. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you later.